At the start of the drama, we see the male lead Han Se, who can take on anyone's form once a month. Therefore, sometimes she becomes a child, sometimes an old woman, sometimes a man, and sometimes a beautiful girl. She is very troubled by this illness. Han Se is Korea's most popular actress, and today, she is also receiving the Best Actress award, with Han Se as her manager, who is more of a friend, Woo Mi. While her vanity van is moving, after this, Han Se is on the stage of the award show where everyone is clicking her photos. But suddenly something happens to her, so without caring about anyone, she starts running away from there, and her friend Woo Mi brings the vanity van, and Han Se immediately goes and sits inside that vanity van. In the next scene, we see inside the vanity van a fat man sitting, who is wearing the same dress that Han Se had worn at the award show. This means that Han Se this time has taken the form of a fat man. After this, we are shown a scene from the past when Han Se is 20 years old, and when she wakes up and looks in the mirror, she has completely changed into an old woman. Han Se, seeing this, is completely shocked and does not understand anything, so she starts running here and there on the streets. Suddenly, an accident is about to happen, but a man comes and saves her. However, Han Se cannot see his face, and that man also gets badly injured. After this, the story comes back to the present. Han Se is having lunch at a restaurant with her friends Woo Mi and Yoon Ho, when suddenly on TV something about Han Se is shown, which is CCTV footage from outside Han Se's house. In that footage, there is a small child. People are saying, this child is Han Se's, while that child is no one else but Han Se herself. After this, Woo Mi tells her, because of yesterday, we lost 3 to 4 ad contracts and we are suffering a huge loss. Then Han Se becomes very sad about this and says, now I am going to take a break from this industry because I am very tired of the daily drama. In the next scene, the main lead Seo Do makes his entry. He is the executive director of an airline company, and he too has an illness. In this illness, even after seeing someone's face, he cannot remember it for long. He got this illness because of an accident. Just then, his stepsister Kang Sa-ra arrives, and seeing both of them, we can tell that they do not get along at all and do not like each other. They always try to humiliate each other. Kang Sa-ra says, you have to replace that actress because she has been missing for many days, and because of this, Grandpa is getting angry. Here, they are talking about no one else but Han Se, because she is very disturbed due to that day's incident and is not appearing in front of anyone. Therefore, she is making excuses about being in the hospital. Therefore, Seo Do tells his manager, find that actress somehow. After this, Seo Do's manager finds out the name of Han Se's hospital, so he immediately tells Seo Do about it, and Seo Do immediately leaves for the hospital. On the other side, when Han Se is in the hospital, all the people are gossiping about her, so she gets annoyed and goes to the hospital terrace and starts crying a lot, saying, I don't like running away from everyone either, but what can I do? My fate is so bad that even if I don't want to, I have to run away from everyone again and again. Just then, Seo Do comes there while talking on the phone and says, Han Se turned out to be very clever. She is not even in the hospital, so find out everything about her and also about her child. And most importantly, keep an eye on her house too. Hearing this, Han Se feels very strange because she is standing right in front of him, yet he is talking like this. Therefore, she gets very angry, snatches Seo Do's phone, breaks it, and says, I will return your money. Saying this, she leaves from there. After this, when Seo Do returns to his company, his manager asks him about his phone. He tells him, I don't know which crazy girl it was who broke my phone. After this, his manager tells him, we have been offered a very good deal, but there is a problem that they want Han Se's presence in our contract because their daughter is a huge fan of Han Se. Hearing this, Seo Do becomes very worried and thinks, now where will I bring Han Se from? On the other side, when Han Se is with her friends, she is about to be honored for donating money to a college, so they receive an invitation card. But Han Se becomes very surprised hearing this because she had not donated money to any college. Therefore, she refuses to go there, but her friend Woo Mi forcibly takes her there. After this, Han Se is honored on the stage. During this, there is a man who had also donated money, and he is harassing a girl on the stage and touching her here and there. Seeing this, Han Se's blood boils, so she goes to that man and touches his bum and starts teasing him. Therefore, the man gets angry and leaves from there. And now the school principal scolds Han Se because that man had donated more money than Han Se. After this, Han Se's friend Woo Mi is explaining to her, why did you do such a thing? Just then, that man arrives and starts talking badly to Han Se and says, what status do you have that you behaved like this with me on the stage? He is about to slap her, but Seo Do arrives there and grabs that man's hand. The man becomes very scared because he was working with Seo Do's company, and Seo Do had given him a lot of funds. Now Seo Do says, I didn't know that you are so ill-mannered that you would raise your hand on a girl. Therefore, from today, I am ending all contracts with you right here. After this, when Seo Do looks at Han Se, he cannot recognize that she is the same girl from the hospital. Then he tells Han-se about the contract, but Han-se refuses to sign the contract with him, so Seo-do blackmails her, saying, "I know that you did not donate money to the college. If I tell this to everyone, your reputation will be ruined, and no one will give you work. So quietly make the deal with me." Hearing this, Woo-mi kneels down and starts requesting him, "Please don't do this." Seeing all this, Han-se does not feel good at all and agrees to sign the contract. After this, Seo-do tells Han-se, "Tomorrow you have to come with me to the distributor's place, but for that, you must wear only a red dress." He says this because he does not want to forget her face tomorrow due to his illness, so he tells her to come wearing a red dress. The next day, when they go for lunch, Seo-do asks her, "Do you really have a child?" Han-se gets angry at this, but she does not say anything to him at that time. And when she is sleeping at night, she is mumbling wrong things about Seo-do in her sleep, and Seo-do hears this because his room is right next to Han-se's. This feels very strange to him. The next day, they go to meet the client where their daughter is also present, who could not speak and was a big fan of Han-se. The girl brings a painting for Han-se, which is of Han-se herself. Then, the girl's father asks Seo-do, "If our deal gets finalized, what help can you provide for disabled people like my daughter?" Just then, the girl says something to Han-se through gestures, and Han-se also starts talking to her through gestures. Seeing this, Seo-do gets an idea and says, "If our deal gets finalized, I will arrange sign language facilities in the airline for people like your daughter so they can be helped." Hearing this, the client feels very good and finalizes the deal. After this, when Seo-do and Han-se are returning, Seo-do says to Han-se, "Sorry, until now I always misunderstood you and always behaved rudely with you." After this, he also thanks her for finalizing the deal. After this, the equation between them becomes a little better, and after a while, Han-se rests her head on Seo-do's shoulder. But then she realizes that her body is about to change, so she immediately runs to the airline's restroom and starts transforming into a young woman. When she does not come out for a long time, everyone starts asking her to open the door, but she does not open it. So Seo-do thinks that Han-se has fainted inside, and he breaks the door. As soon as he sees Han-se turning into a woman, he is shocked, but then Han-se says to him, "Please cover me with something." After this, Seo-do immediately covers her with a blanket and starts taking her away from there. On the way, he says, "I am not sure about what I just saw, but trust me, I can help you." Just then, Woo-mi arrives there, and before Seo-do can say anything, she immediately takes Han-se away from there. During this, Han-se's locket falls, and Seo-do picks it up. When his manager asks him, "Was the one you just covered Han-se?" Seo-do is not bothered by it because anyway, due to his illness, he will forget Han-se's face after some time. After this, when Han-se goes to her home, she is thinking about why Seo-do is still silent even after knowing everything. But Woo-mi explains to her, "You should not worry so much because it's just a matter of 1 week, then you will return to your real form." Just then, Seo-do's call comes, but she gets very nervous. So her friend Yoon-ho picks up Seo-do's call and says, "Han-se is taking a shower right now." And then he cuts the call. After this, Seo-do messages Han-se and says, "Are you okay?" But Han-se does not reply to him. So Seo-do sends her a photo of her bag and says, "If you don't come to collect this bag, I will throw it away." Han-se becomes very worried because the bag contains the painting that the girl had given her. Therefore, she goes to get her bag in her transformed form. Just then, Seo-do recognizes her, and Han-se finds it very strange and asks him, "Do you know me?" Seo-do thinks, "Maybe I made another mistake," so he starts leaving from there. But Han-se stops him and says, "I am not Han-se. I work for her, so I have come here to collect her bag." After this, when Han-se sees her locket with Seo-do, she says, "This is my locket. How did it come to you?" Seo-do finds this very strange because he knows that this locket belongs to Han-se. After this, Seo-do finds her behavior very similar to Han-se, so he starts suspecting her. He immediately goes to the hotel manager and asks, "Did the lady who just came here sign before entering?" The manager gives him Han-se's signature card. After this, Seo-do compares that signature with the one on the contract paper signed with Han-se. He becomes even more shocked because both signatures are the same. After this, he starts finding out more about Han-se, like how she walks, how she talks, and how she behaves, and starts matching everything with that lady. Then he becomes even more sure that maybe they are the same person. Therefore, to find out the truth himself, he immediately leaves for Han-se's house. Just then, on the way, he meets the transformed Han-se, who has drunk too much and is staggering and falling down, and her phone also falls. Then Seo-do helps her, but the transformed Han-se runs away from there. So Seo-do picks up her phone. After this, he goes to Han-se's house and says to the transformed Han-se, I want to meet Han-se, on which she says to him, Han-se has gone out right now, so you cannot meet her. So Seo-do says, alright, then I will call her. But Han-se gets very scared that if he calls, it will ring with her only. So she says to him, please do not call her. You come inside and wait for her. She will come soon. After this, when Seo-do goes into Han-se's room, there are many clothes of different types and sizes, and seeing all this, he becomes very surprised and confused. Just then, Han-se arrives there and asks him, what are you doing here? Then she notices that she has returned to her original form. So Seo-do goes to her and says, this outfit and locket were just worn by another lady, so how did you wear them so quickly? After that, he smells Han-se and says, you have also drunk, and that lady had also drunk. How is this possible? Who exactly are you? After this, Han-se says to him, you cannot recognize a person just by seeing their face, right? So how can you say that what you were saying is true? After that, she brings a photo frame and says, can you tell who among these is me? But Seo-do cannot recognize her at all in that photo, so he leaves from there. But somewhere in his mind, the thought remains that there is definitely something wrong with Han-se. She is not normal at all. In the next scene, Han-se's friend Yun-ho calls her, and then Seo-do picks up the phone. After this, he immediately informs Han-se, your phone is with Seo-do, and Han-se gets very scared and says, all my secrets are in that phone, that is, the video of my transformation, so I urgently need my phone back. On the other hand, the news spreads everywhere that Han-se and Seo-do are dating each other. After this, when Han-se is going on the road, all the media surrounds her and starts questioning her. Just then, Seo-do arrives there and covers her with his jacket. Han-se is surprised by the fact that how Seo-do recognized her today. And when she asks Seo-do, you have a problem in recognizing faces, then how did you recognize me? Seo-do replies, you were always in my eyes, so how would I not recognize you? Now hearing this, Han-se is shocked and stops right there. So Seo-do says to her, please keep walking, otherwise they will click our pictures. After this, he makes Han-se sit in his car and takes her to her home. After this, at Han-se's home, all her friends and Seo-do are having dinner together. Just then, Seo-do and Han-se are staring at each other, and then Han-se says, who got the article about our dating published in the paper? So Seo-do says, it must be you who got it published. Now hearing this, Han-se gets angry and says, are you out of your mind? You are talking nonsense. After this, Seo-do asks her in front of everyone, that day at the airline you had changed, right? Han-se is very shocked to hear this and takes him inside her room and then asks him, what are you talking about? Seo-do says, you know very well what I'm talking about. After this, Han-se asks Seo-do, today, in the crowd of the media, how did you recognize me? Because you cannot even recognize faces. Then he says, I have already told you, and now I will not repeat the same thing again about how I recognized you. Actually, when Han-se had shown the group photo, even then Seo-do had recognized her. After this, Seo-do shows Han-se the same video on her phone in which it is proven that Han-se's form changes. Now seeing this, Han-se becomes very scared that Seo-do has found out everything. So she asks him, if you had found out everything, then why did you help me? Seo-do says to her, because you are my business partner, and even if there was someone else in your place, I would have helped them. And saying this, he leaves for his home. After that, when Seo-do is at his home, his sister Kang-sa-ra passes by him, but he does not recognize her. Kang-sa-ra tells him, what, you won't even recognize your own sister? After this, Seo-do says to her, I know you spread the rumor about my affair with Han-se. At this, Kang-sa-ra does not say anything and walks away. On the other side, Han-se tells all the truth to her friends that Seo-do has found out everything about her. So Woo-mi calls the media and says, Seo-do and Han-se are dating each other, and you can write as many articles about it as you want. Now, Han-se does not understand at all why Woo-mi did this, and then Woo-mi tells her, now we will blackmail Seo-do in exchange for this and tell him not to reveal your truth to anyone. After this, when Seo-do finds out that Han-se has accepted their relationship in the media, he becomes very angry and immediately goes to meet her and asks, why did you do this after all? Han-se says, if you tell anyone my truth, then I will tell even more things and show videos that we have been dating each other for many years and love each other very much. Hearing this, Seo-do emotionally blackmails her and says, if you tell all this to the media, then people will say very bad things about you and me. It won't affect me at all, but it will greatly affect our company, which has invested so much money in the contract. Their money might drown. Hearing him, Han-se agrees to give a statement to the media again, and when the media comes, Seo-do tells everyone, someone spread wrong rumors about us. We are not dating each other. And just then, Kang Sa-ra comes with flowers and gives them to Han-se, saying, "Please, sister-in-law, take care of my brother." Hearing this, Han-se starts laughing a lot and understands that there is definitely some mess between these siblings. After this, when Seo-do is alone, Kang Sa-ra comes to him and says, "Why do I feel like Han-se has some weakness of yours and you have some weakness of hers because of which you both are tolerating each other so much? Anyway, what do I care? I'm just enjoying it." In the next scene, there is a function at the airline where Seo-do's manager shows him the photo and clothes of a big businessman who is a VIP guest so that he can remember his face well and welcome him properly. But as soon as that businessman enters the company, by mistake, juice falls on his coat, because of which he takes off his coat. Now, Seo-do is completely unaware of this, so while welcoming him, he forgets his name. Just then, Han-se comes and diverts the businessman's attention towards herself and welcomes him very well, thus saving Seo-do from feeling guilty. Seo-do becomes very impressed by Han-se, and when the function ends, Han-se is in her vanity van. Just then, Seo-do comes there and tells her, "Let's sleep together today." Hearing this, Han-se feels very weird and asks him, "Are you even listening to what you were saying?" After this, Seo-do says, "Please don't mind. That day in the airline, you were sleeping with your head on my shoulder and your form changed. That's why I want you to sleep with me again so that your form changes. In short, I want to see you changing your form." After this, Han-se starts laughing loudly and says, "You really scared me. Anyway, for your information, I don't change my form while sleeping." After this, Seo-do says to Han-se, "If you don't mind, can you come out somewhere with me?" Hearing this, Han-se first falls into thought, wondering why he is saying this, but later she agrees and sits in his car. After that, Seo-do comforts Han-se and explains to her, "Please tell me about your illness. Maybe I can help you with something. And believe me, I won't tell anyone about it." After that, they go to a nice restaurant where Han-se tells him everything about herself. "This doesn't just happen when I sleep. It happens once a month, and it can happen anytime. When my form changes, I stay in that form for a whole week." Seo-do tells her, "This time, I want to see you change your form. So promise me that whenever you feel like your form is about to change, you will immediately tell me." After this, he promises Han-se, "When I see you change your form, I will also tell you my truth about what illness I have." After this, they sign a contract with each other to trust in this topic and say, "Whenever we call each other, the phone should be picked up within 3 rings. In the next scene, Han-se finds out that her director has given her role to another actress, so she becomes very upset and drinks a lot. After drinking, she calls Seo-do and is crying heavily and talking nonsense. Poor Seo-do listens to her silently, and while talking to him, Han-se falls asleep. The next morning when she wakes up, she remembers everything, so she feels very embarrassed. After this, Seo-do sends her a message inviting her to watch a movie. When they go to watch the movie, they notice that the whole theater is empty. Han-se asks him, "Is the actress in the movie better than me?" Seo-do tells her, "I already told you that I like you more." Hearing this, Han-se becomes happy and rests her head on his shoulder. After this, when they come out of the theater, they see that the media sees them and starts clicking their photos. So Han-se starts to move away from Seo-do, but Seo-do pulls her toward him and smiles while letting the photo be clicked. Then all the reporters ask them, "Are you both dating each other?" Seo-do says, "Whatever you are seeing is true, so you can write whatever articles you want about us." Hearing this, Han-se becomes very shocked, and Seo-do holds her hand and takes her away from there. After this, Han-se gets angry at him and says, "What kind of madness is this? Why did you lie to the reporters?" Seo-do tells her, "Whatever I did was for your good. Because the more we tell the reporters that we are not dating, the more rumors they will spread. So I said we are dating to shut their mouths. After a few months, we will spread the news that we have broken up and decided to separate very maturely, because of which no one will say anything bad about you. But for a few months, we have to pretend to be a good couple in front of the reporters." Han-se also agrees with him. In the next scene, when Seo-do's mom finds out about all this, she gets very angry at him and says, "What type of girl have you started dating?" Seo-do says, "Mom, you were the one who wanted me to get a girlfriend. So now that I like this girl and have made her my girlfriend, what's the problem?" His mom tells him, "I don't find that girl right at all." His manager also says, "I don't find that girl right either. She seems very strange." But Seo-do ignores both of them, because of which his manager tells him, "Love has made you crazy." And hearing this, Seo-do starts smiling. On the other side, Han-se also tells everything to her friends. After this, Seo-do's mom calls Han-se to meet her and tells her, "Stay away from my son and break up with him." Hearing this, Han-se says, "This cannot happen for some time." Seo-do's mom even offers her money, but Han-se ignores her and leaves from there. After this, Seo-do and Han-se decide that they should go on a date at a public place so that the media believes that they are really dating each other. When they go on the date, they have breakfast together, and then Seo-do notices that a reporter is following them. So to show him, they deliberately start behaving like a couple, and Seo-do feeds Han-se with his own hands. After that, they walk through the city streets holding hands and then sit in a park and talk a lot, in which Seo-do tells her, "Since I got this illness, I cannot recognize people by looking at their faces. I recognize them only by their clothes, the way they walk, and the way they speak. If the same person comes wearing different clothes at the same time, then I face a lot of difficulty in recognizing them." After this, Seo-do asks Han-se, "Since I have met you, I have always noticed that you never forget to wear this locket. Is there any secret behind this locket?" To this, Han-se tells him, "I had this locket made because I am scared that if I change into another form and don't become normal again, I might forget myself." After that, they talk a lot and discuss everything about their lives with each other. On the other side, when Kang Sa-ra finds out that Seo-do has officially announced that he is dating Han-se, she calls Han-se's friend Yoon-ho and demands all the information, but Yoon-ho refuses her and cuts the call. After this, Han-se brings Seo-do to her house and tells him, "From tomorrow, our sleeping together agreement will start, but there are some conditions for it." Then she says, "While sleeping together, you must not wear too revealing clothes, and you must not touch me, and you must not have any dirty thoughts in your mind." After this, Seo-do says, "I will try my best not to get caught." Hearing this, Han-se gets scared and asks him, "What did you say?" Then Seo-do starts laughing and says, "I was joking." After that, Han-se takes him to her wardrobe room and says, "You must always stay mentally prepared because I can change into anyone's form at any time, so you must immediately bring me clothes accordingly." Then Han-se asks him, "Do you really want to do this? Aren't you afraid that I might change into someone else's form?" Seo-do tells her, "No matter what form you change into, you will always be the one who lives in my eyes." Hearing this, Han-se smiles. After this, Han-se gets an offer for a new movie, and she becomes very happy. The next day, she is working for the movie, where she acts with such intensity that tears come to her eyes, and the director becomes very happy seeing her. After this, when she is going home, she notices that a reporter is following her, so she immediately goes and hugs Seo-do. Then she notices that Seo-do has brought red flowers for her, and she asks him, "Did you recognize me?" Seo-do tells her, "Do you think I wouldn't recognize you? I have told you many times that you live in my eyes, so I can never forget your face." After that, Han-se asks, "But why did you come here?" Seo-do says, "I thought if I pick you up from your acting location, then everyone will think that from today, we are going to live together in a live-in relationship. So, according to the plan, it would be very good for us. That's why I brought red flowers." After this, Seo-do takes her to his house and shows her the entire house. Then, when they are about to sleep, Han-se says, "If tonight you even slightly move your hand here and there, it will be our last night sleeping together." Then she says, "By the way, your bed is very big." Seo-do says, "What did you think? That the bed would be small so that we would sleep sticking to each other?" Hearing this, Han-se starts laughing and says, "No crazy, I am scared because I don't know what thing might trigger my form to change." After this, Seo-do asks her, "Will you change tonight?" Han-se says, "I don't know all that. I can change tomorrow or even the day after." After this, Seo-do says, "That means we will have to sleep together tomorrow as well?" To this, Han-se says, "Think before you speak. What are you saying?" Seo-do says, "Why, if I say something to you, do you start developing feelings for me?" Then both of them start joking like this. After that, Seo-do says to her, "Can I just once touch your face? Because if tomorrow your form changes, then how will I recognize you? So when I touch your face, I will recognize you." Han-se allows him to touch her face, and then both of them fall asleep. The next morning, when Seo-do wakes up, he sees that Han-se's form has not changed, so he asks her, "Your form hasn't changed." After this, he says, "Are you doing all this deliberately to spend time with me?" To this, Han-se says, "Don't say anything." Suddenly, she starts feeling uncomfortable, but just then, Seo-do's mom enters the room, so Seo-do immediately hides Han-se under the blanket. But his mom gets suspicious that it must be Han-se under the blanket, so his mom forcibly removes the blanket and sees that a handsome boy comes out from under it. Seeing this, she becomes very distressed, thinking, "Is my son gay and in a relationship with a boy?" After this, she faints right there, and then Seo-do and Han-se take her to the hospital. After that, when Seo-do's mom regains consciousness in the hospital, she sees Han-se again and faints once more. So Seo-do comforts Han-se, saying, "Don't be afraid at all. I am with you. Don't ever think that I will leave you." After this, he sends her home. After this, while Han-se is going home, she meets her friend Woo-mi on the way, who does not recognize her. But when Han-se calls out to her, Woo-mi recognizes her and takes her home. After that, Han-se tells Woo-mi the whole truth, that she slept with Seo-do last night. Hearing this, Woo-mi becomes very happy and says, "At least you spent one night with a boy," and starts teasing her. But Han-se tells her everything that nothing like what she's thinking happened between them. On the other side, Seo-do's mom is blaming herself, thinking that if she had not told her son to stay away from Han-se, then today such a big mess would not have happened, and her son would not have become gay. After this, Kang-sa-ra is crying because of a business meeting where she was insulted. Just then, Eun-ho comes there and asks her, "Why are you crying?" and also asks her for coffee. After this, when they both go for coffee, Kang-sa-ra asks Eun-ho, "You are talking to me so lovingly. Are you interested in me?" Yoon-ho says, "It's nothing like that. You are Seo-do's sister, and you were very sad, so I invited you for coffee. Otherwise, I don't like bad people at all." And saying this, he leaves from there. After this, Seo-do, after taking a bath, comes to Han-se without wearing clothes and starts talking to her. But Han-se becomes very shy seeing him and says, "You immediately go and put on your clothes and never come in front of me like this again." After this, Seo-do says to her, "Why are you being so shy? Anyway, now you are a boy." After this, he says to Han-se, "You have grown a lot of mustaches, so go shave them first and immediately take a bath and change your clothes." Now poor Han-se doesn't know how to shave at all, so Seo-do helps her. While helping, he sees the real Han-se in front of him and lovingly shaves her mustache. After this, for a week, Han-se stays at Seo-do's house, and they both spend a good time together, watching movies and going jogging and talking a lot with each other. After this, a week passes by quickly, and Han-se returns to her original form and becomes very happy that she spent the best days of her life this week. In the next scene, Seo-do's mom comes to meet Han-se and tells her, "Please patch up with my son and get into a relationship with him." Hearing this, Han-se becomes very happy that now his mom has also agreed to this. But she regrets that she is not in a real-life relationship with Seo-do and that they both are just pretending. Thinking this, she becomes very sad, from which we understand that Han-se has started liking Seo-do. After going home, she calls Seo-do and starts talking about random things, but Seo-do understands that she wants to say something to him, so he calls her to meet. After that, Seo-do takes her to the airline terrace, from where the view of the whole city looks very beautiful. Then both of them lovingly look at each other and talk, and suddenly, Han-se kisses Seo-do. Realizing what she has done, she says sorry to him and starts to leave, but Seo-do also pulls her towards him and kisses her. After this, Han-se asks him, "Why did you kiss me? Do you like me?" Then he says, "It's not like that. I just felt like I should kiss you, so I kissed you." This moment becomes very uncomfortable for them. After that, Seo-do says, "Now we should leave from here," on which Han-se asks him, "Are we both going to your house?" Then Seo-do says, "Now there is no reason left for us to stay together." Hearing this, Han-se becomes shocked about what he is saying. After this, they leave from there, and Seo-do behaves with her on the whole way as if nothing happened. Han-se finds all this very strange. After that, when she goes home, she waits for Seo-do's call at night, but he does not call her. So Han-se herself messages him, but Seo-do does not reply to her message. Han-se does not understand why Seo-do is doing this. After that, we are shown a scene at Seo-do's office where he is asking his manager, if a girl says sorry after kissing someone, what does it mean? His manager tells him, it means she made a big mistake by kissing, because whenever a girl kisses a boy, she should say, "I love you," not "sorry." Then we come to know that Seo-do is behaving like this with Han-se, because after kissing him, she said sorry, which means she does not like him. But poor Seo-do has started liking her, so he felt very bad that Han-se does not like him. In the next scene, Han-se is waiting for Seo-do's call when suddenly Seo-do calls her and invites her to meet. Han-se becomes very happy with this and gets ready nicely to meet him. But when she goes there, she finds out that Seo-do had only come to give her the questions for the upcoming interview at the company, so that their answers do not differ in front of the reporters. Han-se becomes very upset with this and tells him, "I came here so happily because I was expecting something different from you." After this, Seo-do leaves with the papers without listening to anything. After that, the next day, they go for lunch where they meet the reporters, and Seo-do gives earrings to Han-se. After this, Han-se says very rudely, "You have made very good arrangements to show our fake relationship to the reporters." Then Seo-do tells her, "I just wanted to give this to you from my heart." But Han-se does not care about this anymore because she feels that he is only pretending for the reporters. After this, their interview starts, where the reporter asks Seo-do, "Why did you fall in love with Han-se?" He says, "I have never seen a kind person like Han-se, and it is this nature of hers that won my heart." After this, the reporter asks Han-se, "When did you both kiss for the first time?" Hearing this, Han-se starts laughing loudly, but Seo-do does not like this at all. He gets angry at the reporter and says, "We both have not kissed each other yet, and I had already told you not to ask such questions." After that, he holds Han-se's hand and takes her away from there. After this, he goes to drop Han-se at her house. On the way, Hansei says to him, "Why did you lie to the reporter that we didn't kiss?" On this, Seo-do doesn't say anything to her. Then Hansei says to him, "I think now we both should stop pretending to be in a relationship and break this contract, because now I have started feeling uncomfortable with all these things." After this, she immediately gets out of the car and goes inside her house. After that, Seo-do doesn't understand why Hansei is behaving so rudely with him, so he goes to her and asks her, "Are you upset with me about something?" Then Hansei says to him, "Whether I am upset or happy with you, why does it matter to you? Anyway, we are just business partners, not life partners, so there is no need for you to interfere in my life. And from this moment, I am breaking the contract with you, and now I don't want to pretend to be in a relationship with you because I am very tired." After this, Seo-do gets very hurt by this and goes home and tears up the contract papers. And in anger, he says to his manager, "Tell all the reporters about my and Hansei's breakup." In the next scene, Hansei drinks a lot and calls her mom and says to her, "Tell me something about your and dad's love story." Then her mom tells her, "When your dad was with me, he loved me a lot, but then he would disappear for a few days. I have never understood this till today." After this, we understand that Hansei inherited this illness from her dad. After this, Hansei, in a drunken state, calls Seo-do and starts venting out her feelings to him. Seeing her, Seo-do understands that she has been drinking. Then Hansei starts feeling dizzy and falls down unconscious. So Seo-do leaves for her house, and when Hansei regains consciousness, she sees Seo-do in front of her, so they both go to the terrace to talk. There, Seo-do asks her, "Why did you drink so much?" She says, "Because the one whom I loved so intensely is the one who can't even understand me, because of which I am in so much pain." Seo-do does not understand this at all and gets confused. After this, he directly asks Hansei, "Why did you kiss me that day?" Then Hansei says to him, "You are not such a small kid that you wouldn't understand why I kissed you. Of course, I like you. That's why." After this, Seo-do becomes very happy and asks her, "Then why did you say sorry?" Hansei says, "I thought you didn't like me, so you would feel bad." Hearing her words, Seo-do immediately pulls her towards him and kisses her. After this, they both confess their feelings to each other, and Hansei asks him, "If I turn into a very ugly form, would you still love me the same?" Then Seo-do says to her, "I have always loved your heart, not your face. Because anyway, I have an illness where I forget people's faces. And you are that part of my likes that I can never forget." After this, they both become very happy with each other. The next day, news about their breakup is published in every article, because of which everyone becomes very shocked. And when Seo-do's mom finds out about this, she becomes very upset and calls Seo-do's manager and says, "You had said that everything is going fine between them, so then how did they break up?" After this, she tells him to keep an eye on them. In the next scene, Seo-do and Hansei are secretly meeting each other, and Hansei asks him, "Why did you get the article about our breakup published? See how complicated everything has become, and now we can't even meet each other properly." Then Seo-do says, "You were the one who said to end all the contracts, so in anger, I did all this." In the next scene, we see Eun-ho, who does not have any work. So Kang Sa-ra offers him a job at her house and also gives him a separate room to stay in, because of which Eun-ho agrees. After this, one day, Hansei is shooting when she starts feeling something strange, so she immediately runs towards her vanity van, and her friend Woo-mi also follows her. After this, Hansei transforms into a small cute boy. At the same shooting place, a child actor is needed, so the director picks up Hansei and takes her for the shoot. Then Hansei plays the role of a child very well, and everyone gets very impressed by her. After this, Woo-mi brings her home, and they are discussing what to do next when the doorbell rings, and they both start running around to hide. But just then, a lady arrives, who is Hansei's mom. Then she asks, "Who is this little child?" Woo-mi tells her, "This is my nephew, and your daughter Hansei has gone for a shoot. It will take her 4 to 5 days to come back." So Hansei's mom says to Woo-mi, "Please go and bring Hansei back. Till then, I will take very good care of your nephew." After this, Woo-mi hugs Hansei and leaves from there. After this, Hansei has to stay with her mom, and her mom even makes breakfast for her. After this, they both stay together, but Hansei keeps thinking about all this and cannot sleep. Then her mom sings a lullaby to make her sleep. Like this, 3 to 4 days pass, and one day Hansei's mom is going towards the wardrobe room. Hansei becomes very scared, thinking, if my mom goes towards the wardrobe room, she will see all the clothes and my photos and understand everything. So Hansei immediately calls Seo-do and tells him the whole truth. "My appearance has changed, and this time I am in the form of a child. But a big problem has happened. My mom is at my house, and she is going towards my wardrobe room. She could find out everything. Please come to my house and help me." After this, Seo-do immediately leaves for Hansei's house. On the other side, when Hansei's mom is going towards the wardrobe room, Hansei starts crying loudly. Then her mom comes to her, and Hansei says, "Auntie, I accidentally peed on the bed." Then Han Se's mom starts cleaning the bed. Just then, Seo-do arrives at the door and starts talking to Han Se's mom very emotionally. "Auntie, I love your daughter very much, but she doesn't even have time for me because of her work and she broke up with me. So I was missing her a lot. That's why I came here." Hearing this, Han Se's mom feels pity for him, thinking how much he loves Han Se. Han Se is also standing and listening to their conversation and starts laughing, seeing Seo-do's overacting. After this, Seo-do looks at Han Se and recognizes her by her locket. After this, he says to Han Se's mom, "Can we go to a restaurant and talk? I need to talk to you about something important." So Han Se's mom agrees, and they both go there and talk a lot. After that, Han Se's mom says to him, "Since you love my daughter so much, you should marry her as soon as possible, otherwise she will remain busy with her work. Anyway, I want my daughter to always be happy, and seeing you, I feel like you will keep her very happy." On the other side, Woomi and Yoon-ho, after Han Se's mom leaves, erase all the evidence from Han Se's room. Then when her mom returns home, Woomi tells her, "I have left my nephew with his mom because he was missing her a lot." In the next scene, we see Seo-do and Han Se together, where Han Se asks him, "What was my mom saying to you?" He tells her, "Your mom wants us to get married next month." Hearing this, Han Se becomes happy, and they both smile looking at each other. And then they spend a lot of good quality time together. In the next scene, it is Kang Sa-ra's birthday, and she herself does not even remember it. But then she receives a parcel, which contains a letter and gifts sent by her father. Seeing all this, she becomes very emotional. After this, we see Yoon-ho, who is in a church praying for blessings for all his friends, and along with that, he asks for blessings for Kang Sa-ra's happiness and says, "She is so nice. I misunderstood her so much. She gave me a job and a place to stay in her house, but till today, I am not able to understand, even after having so much money, what problem she has that she stays so sad." Saying all this, Yoon-ho also becomes very emotional. In the next scene, Han Se returns to her real form and goes to meet her mom. Her mom hugs her and says, "You don't even get free from your work. I have been waiting for you here for so many days." After this, her mom explains to her, "You should not have broken up with Seo-do. He is a very good boy and loves you very much." To this, Han Se says, "He was coming between my work. That's why I broke up with him. I absolutely do not like anyone interfering in my career." After this, her mom explains to her, "That boy truly loves you, and you have no value for him. There is still time. Patch up with him, or else he will slip away from your hands. I want you both to get married as soon as possible." After this, Han Se says, "All right, Mom, I will definitely think about it." While saying all this, Han Se is feeling very happy inside. After this, Yoon-ho and Kang Sa-ra go for lunch together, and now there is a little bit of friendship between them. After this, Yoon-ho says to her, "I have brought a birthday gift for you." After this, Kang Sa-ra looks behind Yoon-ho, where flowers are kept, and seeing those flowers, she becomes very happy and thinks, "Why am I feeling like soon happiness is going to come into my life?" On the other side, Seo-do and Han Se are spending time together at Han Se's house. While they are kissing and romancing, suddenly the house lights turn on, and they see Han Se's mom coming from the front. Han Se becomes very embarrassed. After this, Han Se's mom says, "I already knew that you both are dating each other and lying to everyone that you have broken up." After that, the three of them sit together and tell the whole truth to Han Se's mom. After this, when Han Se is sleeping with her mom says to her, "I could not stay with your father my whole life, but you should try your best to always stay happy with Seo-do." The next day, Han Se tells her friends that her mom has come to know everything about her and Seo-do's relationship. After this, Seo-do and Han Se spend time together, where Han Se even shaves his beard, and they both are very happy together. In the next scene, Kang Sa-ra is with Yoon-ho and says to him, "How are you so good? In my life, you are the only one who understands my feelings, and I feel like I have started liking you because now I am getting used to you." Hearing this, Yoon-ho does not understand at all how to react, so he says to Kang Sa-ra, "You are praising me a bit too much. I stay this kind with everyone." Kang Sa-ra gets hurt by this and says, "I forgot that you don't like bad people at all, and I always seemed bad to you." After this, Kang Sa-ra leaves from there. After this, Yoon-ho feels very bad that he unknowingly hurt Kang Sa-ra. On the other side, Kang Sa-ra is praying to God at her house, saying, "Till today I have never asked you for anything, but today I am asking you for Yoon-ho, because I like him very much and I only want him." In the next scene, Han Se is with her friends when she receives a call and runs to the hospital, where she sees that her mom is admitted. When she asks the doctor, "What happened to my mom?" the doctor tells her, "Your mom has cancer." Hearing this, Han Se completely breaks down. After that, she says to the doctor, "Don't worry about money. Please cure my mom as soon as possible." Then the doctor says, "That is impossible because now your mom can live at most for only 1 month." Han Se now understands why her mom had asked her to get married within a month. After this, Han Se goes to her mom and, becoming very emotional, starts crying. After this, when Seo-do finds out about this, he immediately comes to the hospital and Han-se's mom says to him, "After I am gone, please take good care of my daughter." After this, Han-se takes very good care of her mom, staying by her side day and night. But finally, the day comes when her form is about to change. Han-se is getting ready to go to the hospital when she suddenly feels something strange. After this, she understands that her form is about to change, and in front of her eyes, she transforms into an old woman. After this, she tells her friend Woo Mi about it, and becomes very worried, thinking, now because of this form, I won't even be able to take care of my mom, and she starts crying because of this. After this, Han-se's mom is waiting for her at the hospital when Woo Mi comes and tells her Han-se has become very busy with her shooting, so she couldn't come here today. Hearing this, Han-se's mom feels very bad. On the other side, poor Han-se is sitting sadly at her home when she receives a call from Seo-do. Hearing her changed voice, Seo-do understands that her form has changed. After this, he tries to comfort Han-se, saying, "Don't be upset, your mom will get better soon." During this, Han-se receives a call from Woo Mi, who tells her, "Your mom's condition has worsened a lot, so you have to come to the hospital as soon as possible." Hearing this, Han-se goes to the hospital crying, and when she sees her mom, she cries even more. After this, she sits near her mom, and her mom strokes her face and says, "You are my daughter, right?" Then Han-se tells her the whole truth, and her mom says, "I had thought that I would never be able to see my daughter grow old, but today, I even saw that. So now, I will think that I have lived a very long life, and I will happily leave now." During this, she passes away. Han-se starts crying a lot and completely breaks down. After this, Seo-do comes there, and seeing Han-se crying like this, understands that she is Han-se, so he immediately goes and hugs her. In the next scene, Han-se's mom's farewell is happening, but because of her changed form, Han-se is unable to give her the final farewell, so she is crying a lot in the washroom. At that time, another actress, Yu-ri, comes there and sees Han-se's old avatar but does not recognize her. After this, Yu-ri comes out of the washroom, but then Han-se notices that her form has changed back to her real form, so she immediately goes to her mom's farewell. When Yu-ri sees Han-se coming out of the washroom, she becomes very confused, thinking, "Just now, I went into the washroom and there was only an old woman there. So, how is Han-se coming from there?" Because of this, Yu-ri becomes suspicious of Han-se. On the other side, Kang Sa-ra comes to Han-se's mom's farewell and comforts Han-se, saying, "I know what condition you are going through right now because when I was little, my mom also left me, after which my father remarried, and since then, I have been very lonely." After this, Han-se says, "I always thought that you were a very rude kind of girl and you didn't have a heart, but I had no idea that you were hiding so much pain inside you, and I really thought that you hated me." After this, Kang Sa-ra says, "Since childhood, people have always misunderstood me, so I made myself very tough from the outside. So it's not your fault. And anyway, why would I hate you? You are my brother's choice." After this, she starts to leave. When she meets Eun-ho, and Kang Sa-ra says to him, "Take good care of your friend Han-se because right now she looks happy on the outside, but inside she is completely broken. So please take care of her. And yes, one important thing, don't think that I came here to flirt with you. I only came here for Han-se." Saying this, she leaves. In the next scene, when Han-se comes home, she checks her phone and sees that her mom had recorded and sent her a video where she is saying, "Did you eat? Please take good care of yourself and yes, don't eat outside food at all." Along with this, she says, "My daughter did a very good job today and will do a very good job tomorrow too because my daughter is the most beautiful and the best." Seeing this video, Han-se starts crying a lot, and while crying, she falls asleep on the sofa. After this, Seo-do's mom comes to him and explains that there are also personal tasks in our life that are greater than professional tasks. Seo-do doesn't understand this at all, so his mom says to him, "You should go to Han-se right now because she will need you the most." Therefore, he immediately leaves for Han-se's house and lovingly hugs her and tries to console her. But Han-se cannot control her tears and starts crying a lot, so Seo-do stays with her that night. After this, Han-se says, "I am very mean, right? I always think only about myself." Then Seo-do says to her, "Don't ever think like that because when you find out how selfless my love is, you will be surprised, because truly, I love you very much." He says, "When I am with you, I feel very normal and live a very normal life, which I like very much." After this, they both fall asleep, holding each other's hands. The next day, Eun-ho comes to meet Kang Sa-ra with flowers and says, "I pray that if I can't be the reason for happiness in your life, then someone else becomes the reason for your happiness, because I just want to see you happy." Hearing this, Kang Sa-ra becomes very emotional and says, "You are very good, but I don't like good people at all." Then she says, "Whatever I told you earlier, I said it emotionally, so you forget it." After this, she starts to leave, but then Eun-ho says to her, "I am leaving now." do you want to say anything to me for the last time? But Kang Sa-ra doesn't say anything and leaves. In the next scene, Han-se is completing her shooting and saying goodbye to everyone. At that time, Yuri comes and says, "What's the rush? Maybe we both will meet again." And her way of speaking is a little strange. After this, Seo-do comes to pick up Han-se from the shooting place, and then they both go out together and have a lot of fun. On the other side, we see Kang Sa-ra, who is in her office, and her manager tells her, "Your fiancé Choi Ki-ho has returned." Hearing this, Kang Sa-ra does not react at all. On the other side, we see Yoon-ho, who is Choi Ki-ho's driver, so Choi Ki-ho treats him like an animal. After this, when Eun-ho is taking Choi Ki-ho somewhere, Choi Ki-ho talks to his girlfriend and says, "I love only you, and I am just using Kang Sa-ra because she has a lot of property. I want to take over all her money, and once all her property is under my name, I will marry you." Now Eun-ho overhears all this and gets very angry, so he immediately goes to Kang Sa-ra and asks her, "Why do you like me?" Then Kang Sa-ra says, "Because you are a very good person, and whenever I need help, you always stand by me." After this, Yoon-ho asks her, "You were engaged, so why did you hide this from me?" Then Kang Sa-ra says, "I was just waiting for the right time." After this, while both are talking, Choi Ki-ho arrives there, and Kang Sa-ra gets scared and says to Yoon-ho, "We'll talk later," and goes inside. After this, Choi Ki-ho says to her, "Transfer all your brother's property to my name as soon as possible. After that, we will get married." Then Kang Sa-ra says, "This can never happen. You can only forcibly marry me, but you cannot seize my brother's property." After this, Choi Ki-ho threatens her, "If you don't transfer your property to my name, I will publish an article about your brother's illness." Hearing this, Kang Sa-ra feels strange and wonders what illness he is talking about, because in reality, Kang Sa-ra has no idea that her brother is suffering from any illness. So she leaves from there angrily. On the other side, Yoon-ho is very sad and is drinking. At that moment, Han-se arrives, and Yoon-ho tells her what is in his heart. "I like Kang Sa-ra, but she is already engaged." After this, Han-se tries to console him. In the next scene, Han-se is with her friend Woo-mi when she gets a call from Seo-do who says, "I am bringing a cute dress for you." After this, Han-se keeps waiting for him for a long time, but for a little while she goes inside the house, and her friend Woo-mi stands near the car. When Seo-do sees Woo-mi, he doesn't recognize her face and thinks that she is Han-se. So he says to her, "You were waiting for me, right?" Hearing this, Woo-mi feels quite strange that Seo-do could not see any difference between her and Han-se. So she immediately says, "I am Woo-mi." Han-se is inside the house. After this, Seo-do gives her the dress and says, "Please give this to Han-se." Afterward, Seo-do becomes very sad and starts getting angry at himself, wondering what kind of illness it is that he cannot even recognize his own love. After this, when he goes home, Kang Sa-ra is waiting for him and asks him, "Brother, is it true that you have some illness because of which you cannot recognize people by their faces?" Seo-do says, "Let's go inside and talk." But Kang Sa-ra becomes quite emotional, so she starts talking about everything outside and says, "I was such a big fool that till today I thought you were ignoring me on purpose because I am not your real sister." Hearing this, Seo-do feels very bad and says, "You are my only sister, so how could I ever do that to you? In fact, you were always the one who stayed upset with me." After this, the brother and sister clear all their misunderstandings with each other. On the other side, when Woo-mi goes to Han-se, she asks her, "Why have you never told me until today that Seo-do has a problem recognizing faces?" After this, Han-se tells all the truth to her friends. In the next scene, Yuri finds out everything about Han-se, that she changes forms, which is why she sometimes becomes a child and sometimes an old woman. So, Yuri makes a plan and tells Han-se, "I have found out the whole truth about you." To this, Han-se denies it and says, "You must be mistaken." So Yuri challenges her, "If all this is a lie, then sign a 24/7 show contract on my terms, in which you will have to work 24/7. Han-se also agrees to her condition to prove it. But when she goes home, she tells Woo-mi everything, and is extremely anxious, saying, "What if my form changes during the 24/7 shoot?" But Woo-mi explains to her, "You shouldn't worry too much and should just get good sleep." The next day, when Han-se wakes up, she has completely transformed into an old man. After this, Yuri and the director both start calling Han-se, but she does not answer either of their calls. Then, Yuri is secretly very happy and says to herself, "I knew your form was about to change soon. And you watch, I will bring your truth out in front of everyone." After this, when Woo-mi finds out, she deliberately causes her own accident so that the director of Han-se will think that Han-se's manager has had an accident, which is why she is not answering any calls or coming to the shooting location. The news of this accident spreads everywhere, so Han-se becomes extremely anxious and calls her friend Yoon-ho to ask about Woo-mi. He tells her, "Don't worry, she is absolutely fine, and you should stay hidden from people as much as possible. After this, when Hansei does not pick up Seodo's call, he understands that perhaps her form has changed. So he immediately goes to her house to find her, but Hansei is not seen anywhere. So, feeling worried, he is walking on the road, and just then, Hansei is also coming from the front, wearing a mask. They do not see each other, but as soon as they pass by each other, Seodo feels, just now, Hansei passed by me. So he turns around and sees a man standing, and he understands that this is Hansei, so he immediately goes to her, and Hansei tells him, "It has been more than a week, but my form is not changing, and I am not able to return to my original form. That's why I am feeling very anxious." Just then, a bus arrives, and Hansei disappears from there. In the next scene, Seodo calls Woo Mi and asks her, when Hansei changed, what form was she in? Woo Mi tells him she had turned into an old man. After this, Seodo tells her she is still in the form of an old man, and her form is not changing. Hearing this, Woo Mi becomes worried and says, "I was always afraid of this. What if her form changes and she never returns to her original form?" After this, Woo Mi asks Seodo, "If Hansei never returns to her original form, then will you still keep loving her in this form?" And Seodo does not give any reply to this. After this, when he is in his office, his manager comes and asks him, "Why have you drawn pictures of different people in a book and written Hansei's name for all of them?" To this, Seodo tells him the whole truth, because of which even his manager feels very bad. The next day, Hansei is going by bus, still in the form of an old man, when she sees Seodo on the road. So she immediately gets down from the bus and stands in front of his car. Seodo recognizes her because of the locket and makes her sit in the car. After this, Hansei asks him, "You must be hating me right now, right?" Then Seodo hugs her and says, "I only love the soul. No matter what form you're in, it doesn't matter to me." And then both of them start crying. After that, Hansei turns back into her real form, and seeing this, both of them become very happy. After this, Hansei goes to meet her friends, and they too become very happy. In the next scene, Yuri is telling a reporter about Hansei, "I feel like there's something wrong with her." After this, she shows him the footage from that day in which Hansei goes into the washroom but doesn't come out, and instead, an old woman comes out. Just then, Hansei arrives there and comes up to Yuri to scare her and says, "Stop spying on me or something will happen to you. And anyway, you believe that my form changes. If I do something to you in the meantime, even the police won't be able to find out who did it, because according to you, my form changes anyway." Saying this, Hansei leaves from there. In the next scene, Seodo is having breakfast with his whole family when he tells them about his illness. Hearing this, his family becomes very emotional and says, "You were going through such a problem, then why didn't you tell us? We might not have been able to cure your illness, but we could have at least been your emotional support." Then Kang Sa-ra also says, "I also want to say something to you all." After this, she says, "I don't want to marry Choi Ki-ho because he is not a good person." Her family supports her on this, because of which Kang Sa-ra becomes very happy. After this, Kang Sa-ra tells this to Yoon-ho, which makes him very happy. After that, the two of them go on a date where Seodo and Hansei are already present, and Seodo is shocked to see them together, while Kang Sa-ra becomes very embarrassed. After this, Hansei tells Seodo these two like each other very much. So Seodo also accepts their relationship, and the four of them have dinner happily. After this, Seodo tells his entire company about his illness, and everyone understands his condition and praises him, saying, "You are very brave that you told everyone about your illness and are now fighting it." When Choi Ki-ho finds out that Seodo has himself told everyone about his illness and that his sister Kang Sa-ra has ended her relationship with him, he becomes very angry and immediately goes to Kang Sa-ra and argues with her a lot. After this, he is about to raise his hand on Kang Sa-ra, but just then, Yoon-ho arrives and holds his hand and tells him about his relationship with Kang Sa-ra, because of which Choi Ki-ho leaves in anger. In the next scene, Seodo and Hansei are together when Hansei asks him, "How did you get this illness?" So Seodo tells her, "Some time ago, I was going somewhere by road, and just then, an old woman was running around on the road and was about to have an accident. So I went to save her, but I ended up getting hit instead. And when I regained consciousness in the hospital, I couldn't even recognize my mom, and from that time, I got this illness." Hearing this, Hansei becomes very anxious and realizes that Seodo's condition happened because of her. So she immediately runs back to her house and starts blaming herself, saying, "Poor Seo, got this illness because of me," and she is crying a lot. Just then, Seodo keeps calling her, so she picks up the call and tells him, "The condition you're in now is all because of me. I was the old woman whom you tried to save and got hit by the car." Seeing her cry, Seo-do immediately comes to her house and explains to her, "You don't need to be so upset. Anyway, you didn't do anything intentionally." But Han-se doesn't listen to him and says, "Now we should break up because I am a very bad person, and I don't want any more problems to come into your life because of me. Anyway, I have unknowingly given you many troubles in the past, but now I don't want to ruin your life." Hearing this, Seo-do feels very sad and leaves from there. In the next scene, Seo-do is talking to a doctor who tells him, "This illness can only be cured through an operation, but even then, there is only a 5% chance of recovery." After this, we see Han-se telling everything to Woo-mi. "I have fallen in my own eyes, and I hate myself so much because the person I have loved the most until today, I have now become the reason for his pain." After this, Seo-do is in his office where he sees the news that Han-se has left the acting industry and is going far away from this city. So Seo-do immediately calls her and says, "I want to meet you once." But Han-se refuses and says, "Forgive me. I couldn't keep my promise that I wouldn't leave you. But now I have fallen in my own eyes, which is why I can never show you my face again." After saying this, Han-se cuts the call. After this, Seo-do immediately runs to her house but sees that the whole house is empty and Han-se has already left. So Seo-do is completely heartbroken and starts crying loudly. In the next scene, we see a scene 1 year later where Kang Sa-ra and Seo-do's mom are talking to each other, and we come to know that Seo-do's operation was successful. After this, Woo-mi goes to meet Han-se and sees that Han-se is knitting a sweater, which is for Seo-do. Woo-mi clicks a picture of her and sends it to Seo-do, which makes him very happy, and he finds out Han-se's location. After this, at night, Han-se hugs the sweater made for Seo-do and falls asleep. The next day, when Han-se goes to the library, Seo-do arrives there, and seeing him, Han-se becomes very happy and immediately hugs him and says, "I missed you a lot." After this, when Seo-do goes to Han-se's house, he tells her everything that his illness is now cured. So Han-se becomes very happy. After that, she gives him the sweater she knit with her own hands, and then the two of them kiss each other and sleep together. The next morning, Seo-do brings her back to the old house, which makes Han-se's friends very happy. After this, Han-se goes to Seo-do's house and sees all the photos in his room, which are of all the different forms she had taken till now. Seeing this, Han-se becomes very happy. After this, Seo-do says to her, "I want you to act like before." After this, Han-se agrees and goes to her director, who becomes very happy to see her back and immediately gives her a movie. After that, her shooting starts. In the next scene, Yoon-ho tells his mom and dad about his relationship with Kang Sa-ra, because of which his parents also agree. On the other side, Seo-do and Han-se spend time together by the sea, where Seo-do says to her, "I love you," and Han-se also says, "I love you too." After this, they take pictures together and are very happy with each other, and this is where our drama has a happy ending.